What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fortnite video. Now, as you guys know, it's been crazy in Fortnite Battle Royale and Fortnite Creative here on the channel. We've been uploading every single day some of the craziest videos. Now, last time we spoke about Season 7, we talked about the ending. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, we spoke about the potential of dragons coming to Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but today, Fortnite recently added something that really secures the thought that, hey, dragons are actually coming. So, let's review what we know. Let's go over everything that is here. And as you guys can see, there are dragon eggs in Fortnite Polar Peaks. Now, if you guys have no idea how to get here, simply head on over to Polar Peaks and land right on the edge of what Greasy Grove used to be. And there'll be this little cave here. Once arriving at the cave, if you simply break out this wall right here, you'll actually get to see the dragon eggs. Now, what's crazy about the dragon eggs is you can also go this way and you can come down on the dragon eggs. If you haven't seen this area at all, it's actually pretty impressive with how much the ice is melting. We're soon gonna have a whole nother room right here. So if you guys don't know, this was not accessible about a week ago. Now that this is actually melting, you guys can see more and more. This whole area will soon be available to us because the whole entirety of this area is melting. I think personally, this is really a great thing that Fortnite has going for it. Like, it's always changing, always evolving. Look at that. There's even a gap now between these two blocks of ice, and you can see the ice melting with the little droplets of water. It's so great. So great. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go up, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what has melted so far. Before, this whole area was blocked off. You can now run around on the sides, and it's slowly but surely melting all of this area. The chest is back here now, elutable, and of course, you guys do land in the back here. There's pretty good loot. And whoa, look at this. Is there a chest over here? No, it's just the back. It's just the end of the little cave here. So as you guys can see, if you are to come this way, there is some loot. So if you guys want a pretty nice solo spot to land at, this spot isn't too bad. There's 3 chests in this area, 1 there, 1 above us, actually 1 right here that we already didn't loot. You can loot this one as well. And it's just a great spot. And I believe there's 1 more chest that spawns, yeah, right there. So great amount of chests in a small centered area and a lot of floor loot as well. As you guys can see, we got a shotgun. We got, look, like our loadout's pretty decent. If we, oh, that's right. Wait, there's 1 more right here. So a lot of chests that you can loot. Oh, we already covered this one actually. So a lot of chests, and look at that, dude. It's pretty decent loadout. Like, if this was a solos battle royale game, dudes, I'd be very happy with this loadout. You know, of course, I always like my pump and SMG, but this loadout isn't too bad. So let's go over these dragon eggs. So we've talked about the potential of dragons actually coming to Fortnite Battle Royale. You can look inside and you can actually hear the dragons as well. So let's listen real quick. Now, very faintly, you can hear a heartbeat. Do you guys hear it? You guys hear that? That's a heartbeat. Now, that heartbeat, the longer... That is so loud. Only when you look at it can you hear the heartbeat. It reminds me of what would happen in the past when you were to scope into the meteor that was coming in. You could actually hear it coming down. Now, unfortunately, we don't have much backstory to this dragon. If you guys missed my original video, I covered the potential that maybe, just maybe, this whole story has to deal with the different elements and these dragons having different elements to them. So let me go up to this room up here that sort of supports that claim. If you guys missed this whole video, I talked about how there's different element symbols at this round table. Now, at this round table, each of the chairs also have corresponding runes or symbols that really correspond to what's on the table. Now, with all of that connected, you guys can also see we're in some kind of very formal setting. This is like a meeting room. They came here to discuss serious things, and these might have been dragon riders at one point. Those eggs down there may have belonged to some dragons. And of course, like we saw earlier on the other side, on this side specifically as well, we have some kind of shackles. Now, these are, there's also a chest over here. These are very large cells for prisoners. And a part of me doesn't believe that these are for prisoners because, dudes, look how big this is right here. This goes around a dragon's neck. These probably around its feet, and so on and so forth. This is not for a human. There's no way. These things are right here are for humans. They have to be for dragons. Now, this skin I'm currently wearing just shows us even more reason dragons might be coming. Check this out. What's crazy is that this skin, brand new skin that just came out, has a dragon on its chest. Now, I don't know if this dragon has any correspondence to the symbols or anything like that, but on the shoulders there are some symbols. Now, I don't think this symbol is anything that we just saw, but even the female version of this skin, which I gotta find in my long list right here, also has a dragon on her shirt. Now, this dragon, I believe, is nothing to do with what we currently have in game, but it's more of a precursor, like, hey, this is coming. Now, one big counter to all this is the fact that for a long time in Fortnite, we have had countless dragon gliders. We first had the Royal Dragon glider. When this first came out, it was the first of its kind. There was no glider that was this large and that animated. It was just crazy, like the way it exploded, and it was just a lot. It was such a new thing, and it was so great. It really took people away on how amazing this was. But when you look at this dragon and then compare it to the Frostwing dragon, you're like, okay, these are totally different dragons. Now, the Frostwing dragon, surprisingly enough, really fits the theme of the current season: frozen, frost, snow. And it really makes you think, hey, could this dragon be a dragon you actually ride in Fortnite Battle Royale? Now, you guys can see the ropes used for this, and even like the way that the dragon has that bar in its mouth. Some of these things are actually in that cell. I personally would not be against a dragon like this in Fortnite Battle Royale. I just don't know how they could incorporate this as something that you can ride. Now, if it's not an item you can ride in game and fly around with, how else could they make this work? I believe the best way to make something like this work would be a season 7 ending. Not an item or something you can mount and use as a player, but something you can actually watch, similar to the butterfly effect we had last season. If you guys missed that, it was a cool cutscene that really changed the Loot Lake area. And Leaky Lake turned back into Loot Lake, and now we have what's there. The cube was destroyed. Now, that is what would happen if we wanted to get rid of this. As many of you guys know, Fortnite can't remain frozen forever. As nice as the frozen section of Fortnite is and all this snow, it's not natural. This was not intended to be here, and it happened because of this season. Now, whether or not this is staying like this for future seasons, we don't know. But what we do know is that castle, I believe, is gonna have to leave. There is no way that the polar peak, I don't believe, is designed to stay there. As you guys know, it's gonna melt. It will be there for a while, and then over time, it will probably get destroyed by these dragons when they hatch, because of course these dragons have to hatch, right? And when they hatch, they're not going to be like huge right away, but they might grow over time, which might explode this polar peak castle, destroying this area completely. In doing so, there might be a fire-breathing dragon that breathes fire on the Greasy Grove, restoring Greasy Grove to its original state, or maybe just breathing fire in this general area, giving us more of what Polar Peak is supposed to look like. Now, as you guys know, the whole season right now is a little confusing. There hasn't been much progress. We're in that stage of like, hey, where is the season going? Especially when they remove the Infinity Blade. The Infinity Blade is supposed to be right there in the middle of that little square, but because of circumstances with the blade being too overpowered, it was removed from the game. So it begs the big question: what is to come in Fortnite Battle Royale? Let me know in the comment section, what do you think is going to happen? As right now, we have a pretty good understanding what's to come, but we don't know exactly. There's also the big question of what's going to happen to Viking Village. Not only that, but Haunted Hills and other areas in the map that are just absolutely useless this season, including the rocket ship launch site and the Heroes Mansion. Both of them super useless. Let's go over there real quick so I can show you guys what I mean. Now, many of us have forgotten about this location, but it's still a great spot to loot with multiple chests, as you guys can see here, and it's pretty bare. There's a chest below me in this room, and even tons of chests in this room here, 3 on the wall. Like, it's a lot, but it begs the question, what is to come with places in Battle Royale that have pretty much no use? And is it even gonna change? I mean, like, this used to be the spot for a huge rocket ship, and now the rocket ship's not here. Well, what is it good for? So hopefully Battle Royale in the next season has some really cool updates. And I believe because the last update was so Christmas holiday themed, the next update is gonna be very, very wild. If dragons come to Fortnite, like when planes were added, everyone was like, what the heck? But if dragons come, dudes, it's gonna be a whole new ball game, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think. Of course, if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button as I upload every single day. I wanted to take a good look at the map to showcase. This is where we're currently at. This is the direction we're currently going, and hopefully these dragons hatch into something crazy, as the new season is looking to be pretty cool. I just hope the competitive community can enjoy it as much as I will, because dragons are freaking cool. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I like dragons. I think that's cool. Just saying. How to Train Your Dragon, pretty good movie. So, hey, whatever. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. Let's go over 500 likes. And of course, use code GamingWithGarry. If you watch all the way to this point, I'm pretty sure you've watched enough videos to know that my creator code is GamingWithGarry. Appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Bye, guys.